to you. It must be 5 o'clock somewhere on the East Coast on this beautiful 20th day of May of 2021. Why? Because it's time for another Hardison'S tip. I'm your host, Brandon Hardison, President of Champion Strategies, and we do this for all of our brothers and sisters, no matter they're in the vertical of a major account, key account, up and down the street, in home sales, retail, general, automotive sales. We try to give you something that maybe can encourage you to go out and get it done today because nothing happens unless a salesperson is involved. So we're going to pick up from where we left off, talking about our brothers and sisters that are in the retail world and how are they surviving, coping with guests coming in during this COVID series. So another thing I would ask is, how about improving your follow-up conversations and reduce returns by connecting customers to the proper store staff? You see, there's a lot of scenarios that anyone can give you, or you can just think for yourself by focusing on that pre sale period. But very often, customers have questions about the purchase they made or want to make, and they're wondering, how is your return policy? How about if I don't like it, what are you going to do? And you know why they're asking that. Many retailers will not exchange kind for kind, dollar for dollar. Many retailers will tell them, well, you purchased it, it's yours. Now, not saying that they're saying anything negative, but by doing these things in the past, they learned that clothing, for example, would be issued, partied, brought back, and it's musty. They can't resell that. So they have lost many battles by asking and getting guests to say those things. If your store does extend that, that's a beautiful one. But please make sure you have a champion overseeing that just to make sure you don't get burned. Customers also often difficult, difficult questions. Sometimes working or assembling or things that you have to put together. Is there a return policy for those things? Because undoubtedly people do not have the kinesthetic skills to put together something by themselves, whether it's a toys playset or whether it's a bicycle. Some people just can't do that. What is your return policy to keep your guests happy? How impactful would it be if the same employee, knowing that a guest is going to bring back something to exchange, and what you do instead of being upset, you send them a short video explaining how the concept works at your store if they really want to bring it back. But here's the other part of that conversation or video. Let's walk you through the process, the setup, to see if you can pull it off. Maybe they just need some guidance or education and you gave that to them. Talking about some ways in a retail environment to get good customer certified indexings where they had a great experience. How about resolving complaints quickly at the store level when something happens and you're taking money because you're the cashier, but the customers are all over you? Turn over, we call it TO. Your job is not to hear all of those things. Let's take it to the manager. He or she is trained to be hearing those things. Small little things can happen in a retail store that can blow up. if we don't know exactly how to use it. Now, there's no one case that's the same, but many of the complaints dealing with retail chains or anchor stores, they try to get you back on social media. So, have you ever, right there with the customer at the register before they leave, have them do a Google survey of their experience with you today? By getting them while they're at their highest peak of satisfaction, they got what they wanted in a timely manner and they can go on about their day. But before you leave, would you be willing to give us your experience today? Now, if you let them get out of there, they still might do it, but we want to ensure that we could get good scores from them. Now, there's more things that we can talk about, which we will for Friday to wind it down. But the most efficient, the most effective way that your staff, if you're a manager, and you dealing with the guest is always remember that the guest is the guest. They may not be right all the time, but they surely are still going to be the guest. Do you want them to return? Do you want them to say good things about your organization so they can tell, share with family members, coworkers, so you have more people coming in? Or do we do something negative that can derail the situation? Once again, Brandon Hardison, President of Champion Strategies, with our little Hardison's tip for today for our retail family members. Remember, it is the 20th of May. We're winding down. If you have objectives to hit, we need to make sure this is the week we want to get it done. Saturday is coming for those people who work on Saturdays, whether it's automobiles, door to door. We need to be getting prepared for the weekend because people buy from people. My question is, shouldn't they buy it from you? Give them a reason. Do something that that other salesperson is not doing, and you will win most of the time. Once again, Brandon Hardison, President of Champion Strategies, with another Hardison's tip for today. And as always, in parting, you go out and you make it a champion.